there were a lot of changes in goal this year. You guys went through a lot of goaltenders, but Doss gets promoted to the NHL. A couple of the new guys come in. Overall, from your perspective this year in net, how exciting was it to see the development of some of these young prospects?
Yeah, I think that's by far the most exciting part of the job this year was the fact that we got a bunch of good young goalies that are all taking steps in the right direction. And like you said, there was quite a few goalies here this year, so we got to see multiple guys in net. But each one of them had goals at the beginning of the year, and I think all of them worked towards it and got much closer to them by the end of the year.
We didn't get a chance to see Doss because he did graduate up to the Ducks. How proud are you to see his growth and development and for him to reach one of his goals?
Yeah, I think with Doss, it's funny reflecting at the end of these seasons, you start to kind of look back. He's one of the first guys I've had the chance to work with, and to see the steps he's taken, I don't think anybody's surprised by, but he's actually getting to enjoy that now and get to that level where he belongs and show that he belongs. And I think his journey's just kind of starting now that he's got to that level. But we all knew how good he was down here, but he's now been given the opportunity to show that at the next level. And I look forward to continuing to watch him play for the next couple of years.
You get Gage in here mid-season, kind of comes over from Swift Current. What did you see out of him as he continued to introduce himself to the pro game and develop his own game?
Yeah, Gage is a good one. We're from similar part of the world in Canada there, and so I knew Gage from the summer, and he works so hard, and Gage is such a fun guy to work with because we all know how big he is, and the raw talent is there. So with Gage, it was fun to watch his game evolve, and he's taken steps, and I think he realizes he still has more steps to take if he wants to play at this level or the next. But he took those first few steps this year, which is so encouraging for a coach to know that he wants to learn, that he can develop, and that the potential is there.
And Kale comes over, whirlwind travel, comes over and plays a few weeks here. What excites you the most about having him over in North America and in our system now?
Yeah, well, Kale's got a ton of raw talent, and I think that's the most obvious thing that stands out is he's a goalie, and he battles hard in the net. And I think the most exciting part for myself is that he's come over, and maybe a few of those things that he might have had to learn at the beginning of next season, he's already learned now. So he's come over, and he's familiar with the organization, with the environment. So next year, maybe there's less of a learning curve, and we can get right to work. So, it's very exciting as far as seeing where he's at already at his age and then where he could go.
We know obviously the season doesn't go the way the team wants. I'm sure individuals here would say that as well. But in your little slice of the world, it does seem that the outlook at the end of the year is a very positive one with the prospects we have in net for years to come.
Yeah, and I think you're right. It shouldn't be lost on us that we didn't have the success as a team we wanted, but the goaltenders are looking like they're shining fairly bright, and that's exciting. So I'm looking forward to working with these guys. That's the part I get to enjoy the most is seeing these guys develop day in and day out. And so I hope they all go home, have a great off season, get a little bit bigger and stronger, and then we get back to work next year.